Jamal Lascelles, Carl Darlow, and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. I am Will Dixon and this is my preview for the Huddersfield game. I hope you like my desk, I hope you like the famous black and white I am donning for this video. So, getting straight into it. So it's our first home game of the season and the Gallagher flag's apparently going to be out. It's going to be a banging atmosphere. You know, something we're trying to aim for, something similar to our 5-1 thrashing of Spurs on the final day of last season to get the boys bouncing and hopefully get our first 3 points of the season. Huddersfield, a team that have been regarded by sort of the pundits and the championship talk that they're going to finish a bit lower down the league. So this in theory should be an easy game. However, they do have some players that I have picked out here with my pen. First of all, Naki Wells, a player who I've seen a couple of times play, played a lot in that Bradford team that got to the final of the League Cup a few years ago where they got thrashed by Swansea. Very, very quick player, very good finisher. Reports early in the window that we were actually after this guy. Proven championship striker, and he is the main danger point for Huddersfield. Also, Casey Palmer on loan from Chelsea. He, again, a very quick striker, got a big future ahead of him. Is on loan there, as I've just said, from Chelsea and scored on his debut as well. So he's definitely one to watch out for. And finally, the other one I picked out was Moy, an Australian centre midfielder who's on loan there from Manchester City. So he was bought from, I believe, Melbourne City, which is part of the global power horse that is the City Group, which is also part of the New York City Football Club where Lampard and Pirlo are at. And this guy was brought in. He's 25, so obviously they think he's a good player because he's not one for the future. But he's come in and he's now on loan at Huddersfield, so he's one to watch out for. Apart from that, though, there's not that much there. They got a couple of quick strikers in Wells and Palmer, so that is we have to make sure that we don't let them any space or any time whatsoever. However, we should be able to win this game. I'm going to go through my personal starting 11. You know, this isn't. I'm not saying that this is the be all and end all. You know, this is just purely my opinion on what our strongest team is from what I've seen, from what I know. So, in goal, I would go for Matt Sells, purely because I don't think it's good to drop goalkeepers sort of game by game. I think he needs to be given a good run in this team. If he doesn't perform, then drop him after around about 5, 6, 7 games. But for now, he needs to have a chance to get used to the league, to bed in to the team, because at Fulham he looked a little bit shaky, but I think he deserves a bit of a run just to ensure that he is comfortable and he sort of settles in very, very nicely. At right back, Daryl Yamat. I think he's our strongest right back. I know Jamie Sterry's been playing there a bit in pre-season. I know Vernon Anita played very well there when Yamat broke his fingers punching the wall. However, I think Yamat is our best right back. He's the most solid defensively, and obviously he is very, very good attacking wise. And I think he was one of the players rooted to leave this summer. And I think that while we still got him, I think we should play him. Moving into defence, the centre back partnership. This is my first change. So Grant Hanley comes out and Chancellor Mbemba comes in. I think Lascelles and Hanley, personally, I think they're very, very similar, almost far too similar in the fact that they're both kind of like, if you sort of think about like the classic centre-back partnership, you had like Ferdinand and Vidic. So you had Ferdinand, who was much more of the ball-playing defender, and then you had Vidic, who was just your rock at the back. I think these two were both rocks at the back. But it allows not quite as much connectivity into the midfield, and I think Mbemba is more the Rio Ferdinand role, where he kind of sort of pushes forward a bit more and takes the ball into midfield. So I think that partnership, that balance works out very, very well. And at the end of last season, it was very, very reliable, and it was very good, and we weren't conceding goals. So I would put those two in, and then at left back, I would put in, as of now, Jesus Gomez. I think Dominic was very poor against Fulham, and I think from what I've seen of Gomez, he offers a bit more as a left back. However, I do have to say that as of Wednesday afternoon, which is when I'm recording this video, it's been reported that Newcastle are going to be signing Brendan Galloway from Everton on loan. And if he comes in, I'll put him in the team straight away because I rate him very, very highly. He's a very, very good left back, and hopefully he comes in because as I just said, I personally very, very rate him. Very good all round left back, very good defensively. Also can play centre back, and very good attacking wise as well. So, but he hasn't signed yet. So at the minute, Gomez going in a left back in my team. Then for the two centre midfields, I'm going for a 4-2-3-1. For the two deep line midfields, I'm going Isaac Hayden and John Joe Shelvey. So Isaac Hayden, I thought, was probably our best player against Fulham. Broke up the play really, really well. Looks very good defensively. Got a very good physical presence about him. Very impressed. And then dropped Colback. Colback, personally, I think he doesn't really offer that much. He's very neat. He's very tidy. However, John Joe Shelvey gives us that bit more. He gives us that 40-yard ping pass. He gives us sort of the more direct, gets the ball and gets it forward, rather than Colback who will pass it sideways, then sideways, then sideways, then sideways. So I think Shelvey in this game at home against a Huddersfield team that don't have that much about them, I think this is a fantastic opportunity for him, and we can exploit his passing range in this game, which is by far and away the best in the squad. To be honest, I was surprised he didn't start against Fulham. Moving into the three attacking midfielders, on the right, in his rightful position, Matt Ritchie. So no Vernon Anita in this team, sorry guys. I know you're all so gutted and disappointed about that. But Matt Ritchie tore the Championship and the Premier League up, playing for Bournemouth on the right. So therefore, I think we must play him there. He's got this guy. He's got everything about him. He's fantastic on his right foot, so he can go down. So he can just run to the byline and cross it in. Obviously, his left foot is just like an absolute just missile rocket launcher. So this guy on the right, put him there and just build the team around him, because I think at the minute he's probably our best player. In the middle, I'm keeping Jose Perez. Now I know he was poor against Fulham, and I dropped Dummett because he was poor against Fulham, but Perez at home, he is one of our most creative players. I think he has a future at number 10. I think he'll, with the crowd sort of with him, I think he'll perform better, and I think we need to pursue with him in that role. On the left, Rolando Aarons. I think a lot of fans are calling for this one. More direct, proper winger, pace, gets him behind, fantastic crosser of the ball. One that we need to develop. This is his opportunity. He needs to grasp it and take it. That sounded so badly, but he needs to grasp this opportunity while we are in the Championship to perform at this level, and then become an integral part of our team for hopefully when we get promoted back up to the Premier League. And then up front, striker Dwight Gale. Against Fulham, Perez and Gale very, very isolated, very, very up there on their own kind of shit, and I think Perez to drop back has a bit more support, and I think we've got to keep the ball on the floor. Do not do this pulling it up to the strikers. I know I said Shelvey can do the pinging passes, but do not do the delivering it, trying to get it to their heads, because these two, Perez and Gale, they will not win headers. You got to keep it on the floor. You got to pass it in. Got to pass it in behind to exploit their pace, and we've got lots of speed in this team. We've got lots of speed and crack, but we've got Aarons and Ritchie on the wings, and then you've got the two quick strikers it will just cause problems. Leicester prove what pace can cause. It just caused absolute havoc. I think we can control this game. I think those two midfielders and Hayden and Shelby give a fantastic balance, and we can really exploit and split open Huddersfield with this. So that's my preview. My prediction is 2-0 to us, obviously, and I'm going to go for Matt Rich to score first and then Dwight Gale to seal it. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm really looking forward to it. Getting our first 3 points on the board is really important, and hopefully this is the start. So forget Fulham ever happened. Forget that ever happened. This is where our season starts. You have been watching Newcastle Fans TV. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. I have been Will Dixon, and I will see you later.